And we are out of executive session. The next item on the agenda is a Pledge of Allegiance. If everyone will please rise. During October, we'll have two presentations on the 13th. The first presentation will be the HIB for 2024-2025 self-grading. The next presentation will be the public presentation regarding the November 4th Board of Education funding question for $700,250 to renovate the second floor of the Riverview Annex and to provide funding for staff to keep sizes at optimal levels. October 27th, during our board meeting then, Dr. Cullis will present the NJSLA scores for the 2024-25 school year, and the Green Sustainable Program leaders will present the Achievement of the Bronze Award. Looking forward to that. Superintendent comments, Dr. Forte, if you will.
Thank you. We have our golf outing for the foundation on October 16th. It's been in the Friday folder. It's posted on the website, and you can get the tickets on their website, Denville Education Foundation. I included a document in my Friday email to you with all the dates I have for the public question. So we still have a few coming up. We have the public meetings on October 13th is a board meeting, Wednesday the 15th at 10:30 a.m. at the Senior Center, and at 1 p.m. on October 15th right in this room, and then on October 18th at 10 a.m. at the Lakeview Media Center. And then also I'll be doing a tour of the PTA meeting. So we have Riverview this Thursday, the 25th. Lakeview will be October 10th, and Valley will be October 16th. I'll also discuss it at the Denville Ed Foundation golf outing. And I want to update our goals, our district goals. I'll do my part, Dr. Cullis, and then I'll turn it over to you. The first one for me, goal 2, is continue to investigate, report, and decide on solutions, challenges in the areas of instructional space, class size, finance, and operations. So going along with our goal from the strategic plan, we work with our Board of Ed, our architect, demographer, township administration, and the public to come up with both long and short-term plans. And this is all based on the demographic study done by Dr. Grip, presented in May of 2025. One of the other things we did this summer is we created the new lavatories in classrooms for Riverview for the additional kindergarten or pre-K classes that might be needed in the future. We moved several students from the Lakeview area to Riverview. So the area, traditionally, Lakeview has been becoming more Riverview, and that's the area mostly close to Route 46 on the south side. And we have a funding question on November 4th. And then our EI associates, the board approved the proposal on August 18th to study some possible solutions. And then also we've been investigating other properties around town. My other goal is goal number 4. It's number 3. Sorry. It is not. It's number 5. And it's the district will have a new or updated, an updated or new district website in place by the start of 2026-27. Today I had a call with the provider, and they did provide a sample, a draft of what our new website will look like. And the template chosen is on my district goals. And if you take a look at it, you'll see it's called Skyline, and it takes you to an actual website of a different school district that's using the same template. And we look to kick off this website on or around October 1st. And this is a fully free upgrade, so it's not costing us anything in our tight budget. And if that is something that the district board and administration feels is not up to par even after these changes, then the board could look with the administration to fund an upgrade or changes to the website for 26, 27. Most likely would need some more personnel as well. And I am going to hand it over to Dr. Cullis to go over her goals.
Thank you. So goal 1 is just to continue increasing our achievement. We do have our NGSLA data back, and we have been meeting with our grade level and department teams, going over the data to determine, are there certain areas that we need to focus on within the school? And then I'll be presenting that same report on October 27th to the board. So we're right now in the process of writing each school's professional development plan, as well as the district professional development plan moving forward to address these areas. Goal number 3. I'm working with our Director of Special Services, Mrs. Johnson, and we're doing an audit of our special services programs that we offer. So right now, we're just doing a spreadsheet at this point of all of the information that we want to collect about each of our programs, filling all of that information in. Then we will be able to analyze it and determine if there are programs that we would like to add to Denville, or are there programs that we need to revise or might even be obsolete. So we're looking at those within the special services programs. Goal 4 is to create a vertically aligned social emotional learning plan. That's really working with our school climate teams as well as the school counselors, and they will be the main authors of the original document or the initial document, and then those will go back to staff for feedback. SEL is taught not only within the class, but at specific times in advisory, and also at social emotional health, which is the first period of the day in the elementary school.
Thank you, Dr. Cullis. Thank you, Dr. Forte, for that update on the goals. That was perfect. While you have the floor, Dr. Cullis, did you want to provide any additional assistant superintendent comments?
Sure. Updating just our numbers. We're still at 169, 77 kindergarten students at Lakeview and 92 at Riverview. So our classes, we have 5 sections at Riverview and 4 at Lakeview. And so our class sizes are 20 or below, and that which is a nice size. To build on our work from the Anxious Generation, we have joined the membership of the Screenagers Project, which is a series of 4 movies. We have shown the first 2 in the past, but the first movie has been updated for 2025. So with our membership, we can show all 4 movies multiple times. And there's a student version that will be shown to them, and then there's the parent version. So our first showing will be on October 15th in the Valley View Gym from 7 to 8:30, and it is Growing Up in the Digital Age, and it's the updated version. The next one will be the same movie, but an elementary version, which includes, so where the original one talks a lot about social media, the elementary version brings in smartwatches and video games and has a focus on those areas. Then we will revisit the next chapter, Mental Health in the Digital Age, which we did present right at the beginning of 2020. And then the final one that we have not shown yet, but we will this year, is Screenagers Under the Influence. And that's really talking about the connection between drugs, alcohol, vaping, and the internet. So I think that in each of those, we're planning on having action planning sessions with parents, coming up with, building off of what we started with Anxious Generation and coming up with some actual plans, not only from this movie, but also from what we did last year. And NGSLA reports, score reports are going to be available next Monday, September 29th at 4 o'clock on the parent portal in Genesis. Parent conferences, October 29th and 30th. I've had this question often. The 30th is the evening conference. So if parents are wondering which one is the evening. And this concludes Assistant Superintendent's report.
Thank you very much. And Business Administrator comments, Mrs. Gorowski.
No comments.
Excellent, thank you. I want to use this time to open it up to the board. If you have questions about the goals that the administration presented. Otherwise, we can bring it back during the good of the cause. But Dr. Moore, floor is yours.
Yeah, just a quick clarification. Dr. Forte, when we talked about the website, my understanding was that even if we were happy with the template, we were still going to look into redesigning the website itself and allocate resources to do that.
I was under the impression that if the upgrade was sufficient, then we wouldn't be doing it. But if you want to do that, that's fine.
Yeah, the discussion was we might be happy with the company itself, but according to Susan, what we want can't be accomplished with the way that it's designed currently. And that's when the discussion came up about the hours and the money that we would need to do that and the manpower.
Okay, so let's see how it looks, right? It's going to be up pretty soon. And if everybody feels that it's not sufficient, then let's try to fund an upgrade. It's going to be a decent amount, but we could put that in the budget for next year if we could fit it in.
That was the discussion, yeah, that we were going to do that.
I came away from it saying, like, giving this a chance, and if it was good, we're leaving it. I didn't realize we're going to do this. And
we were
then change
agreeing that maybe the actual website itself would be okay. But as Susan said, the reason that some schools could get a one click where it takes 3 for us is a design issue that can't be fixed by either any of the vendors we were looking at, that it required actually like looking at the design itself. So we agreed that, we would stick with this template and everything if it looked good and we were happy with it, but it would still require a redesign in order to get the functionality that we were looking for.
Okay. Again, I'll have to say I came away with a different feeling. I felt that if the upgrade was sufficient, there would be no reason to go and spend more money and do a second upgrade. But if the board wants to do, change it again during the budget cycle, there's no reason why we can't put that money in there.
We're not changing it again because it's a free template design, but this would be a redesign itself. Like we look at where that information needs to go, how to host it. Like Dino had talked about the idea of we could host it on one site, and then you go from there to the different elementary schools and that sort of thing, consolidating the information. I mean, all that conversation about what we can't do, even if we like the actual skin that we're given and all that, the additional functionality can't be there. Like, and that was the idea that the company we have now couldn't do it. No company. In other words, if we went to a different company, it wouldn't change anything because the actual design, according to Susan, has to change.
If I may, let's, so I'm hearing October 1st is when the new template will go live. And let's see if it is in line with what Susan had presented in terms of recommended changes, which Dr. Moore is communicating that it probably will not. So, but yeah, let's and then from there, let's create a plan of how much it might cost to try to achieve and achieve all the goals that was sort of outlined in Susan's presentation. So, and if it's something that we could fit within our budget, then let's see how we take it from there. But I don't know who can best answer this question, but is it the company that's currently doing our website now, would they be able to take it to that next level, Dr. Moore, that Susan is recommending?
Yeah, it didn't really matter. The conversation went that it didn't matter what company we went to. It would require some people on our end to sit down and look at how the whole website was structured. It didn't matter whether we went with Apogee or we went with the company we had now. It wasn't going to change some of the things that Dino and I were saying we wanted to change. So the idea is, okay, let's look at this website. So the company we have now could do it just as easily as anyone else if we like what they offer.
So then it's a matter of whether or not we have the resources internally to achieve what we're looking for. So
I think I understand what you mean now. I wasn't understanding what you meant. Okay, so why don't we pick one of the committees to take a look at the new website, like in a little more detail? And maybe it goes through your committee, Sandy. It's the education committee curriculum. They'll look through the updates, like spend some time on it, right? And then, because budget season's coming up, like the mayor's is going to want, the information by Christmas. So we'll have to take maybe a month to look at it and then make decisions. We have an idea of the costs and we have an idea of how much personnel we need. And we could actually, because Susan's a consultant, we could book more hours with Susan to spearhead this. She has her team that could do that too. So that might be an option.
Great, thank you. Any other board members with questions? Okay, we'll go ahead and open it up for public questions or comments. It is 7:47. Seeing no one in the chambers and no one online, we're closing open public comments at 7:47, and we'll go to old business action to be taken. Mrs. Astorino, can you walk us through that?
Sure. The following resolutions have been recommended by the Superintendent of Schools to the Board of Education for approval. I move that pursuant to NJAC 622.1, we certify that as of September 2025, after review of the Secretary's monthly financial report and upon consultation with the appropriate district officials, to the best of our knowledge, no major account or fund has ever been expended in violation, and that the sufficient funds are available to meet the district's financial obligations for the remainder of the fiscal year. Looking at reports from August 2025, the Treasurer of School Monies, Board Secretary, Education reports have no actions on this agenda, and then minutes to be resolved that the board approve the following minutes from August 18th, 2025.
I'll second.
Thank you. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Dr. Moore,
Yes.
Ms. Seidelis,
Yes.
Ms. Astorino,
Yes.
Mr. Cass,
Yes.
Mr. Kim.
Yes. Okay, new business, action to be taken. Dr. Moore, can you walk us through Mr. Capella's section of personnel?
Sure. I'd like to move for approval the following resolutions under personnel. Under item number 1, we have 2 individuals for the after-school enrichment at Lakeview. And after-school support in Riverview for nurse. Some additional hours for crisis prevention intervention for the school psychiatrist, school psychologist rather, and school counselor. Some instructional aid, additional hours, literacy coach, workshop to provide a workshop, and Spanish translation. Under item number 2, we have a leave of absence, and 3 is a leave of absence. 4 is to approve the voluntary flu shot clinic for staff on Thursday, October 16th. And number 5 is the attached updated list of leave replacement staff. Item 6 is the list of staff for the enrichment program at Lakeview and Riverview Elementary School for 25-26 school year. Item 7 is the to approve the revised substitute list. And item number 8 is the board to approve the updated master staff list for 25-26.
I'll second.
Thank you. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Dr. Moore,
Yes.
Ms. Seidelis,
Yes.
Ms. Astorino,
Yes.
Mr. Cass,
Yes.
Mr. Kim.
I'm going to abstain from item number 4 and yes to the rest. Okay, next item on the agenda is IMP. Dr. Moore, the floor is yours again.
All right. So I'd like to move for approval of the following resolutions under instruction and program. Under number 1, workshops and expenses. There's a workshop for what should I observe in an NGSS classroom, and B is for a International Dyslexia Association fall conference. Number 2 is to approve the attached list of field trips. Item number 3 is to approve the staff resiliency training program. Item number 4 is to approve a student from Morris Knowles High School to intern at Lakeview. And Item number 5 is to approve the mentor-mentee relationships for this school year. And item number 6 is to approve the revised remote learning plan.
I'll second.
Thank you. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Dr. Moore,
Yes.
Ms. Sedalis,
Yes.
Ms. Astorino,
Yes.
Mr. Cass,
Yes.
Mr. Kim.
Yes. Okay, will take the next section, governance. I move that we approve Section 1 policies for first reading and adoption. All the policies are listed on the agenda, and I'll just bring to your attention that the second to last one, policy 1648.15, is to be abolished.
I'll second.
Thank you. Questions or comments? I did enjoy, I did see the revisions to the artificial intelligence, so definitely agree with some of those changes. I'm wondering, and this is a question that doesn't have to be answered tonight, but would there be a need for a policy for use of AI by the staff and by the administration? So I'm not sure if that's something that was ever discussed in the presentation that you went to, or if that's something you've ever heard other districts talk about, Dr. Forte.
So this policy basically says that we have to create a plan. So we have the plan, but we realized to create the plan, there was a couple things in our policy that needed to be updated. So once this policy is updated, the plan will go live.
Yeah, but the way I read that policy was the plan of how students could use it, whether it's for their homework or projects or anything like that. I didn't read anything with regards to any policies towards use by teachers or staff, which I'm not against. I'm just wondering, has there ever been discussions from other districts or if you've seen any of that?
We do have a little mention of that in the acceptable use policy as well. So it's referenced. The staff is referenced in the plan, mostly on what their responsibilities are when guiding students. But the acceptable use policy does address how it can be used as well.
We had decided not to list specific programs because it's changing so fast. It would be very hard. So we were just really talking about what the guidelines of what programs can do and how they could use them, I guess, more than like you can use a list of programs. And we intentionally took that out because I think by the time we approve it, the list will be obsolete.
Yeah,
The new
I agree.
list.
It is a quickly changing subject, I guess, or just the technology itself is moving at light speed. So that was a very good idea on that part. Any other questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Dr. Moore,
Yes.
Ms. Sedalis,
Yes.
Ms. Astorino,
Yes.
Mr. Cass,
Yes.
Mr. Kim.
Yes. Mrs. Adelis, can you walk us through finance, please?
Sure. I move to approve the following resolutions under finance. 1, be it resolved that the board approve the enclosed checklist as described here in the agenda. 2, be it resolved that the board approve the disposal of the equipment listed below within the agenda. 3, be it resolved that the Board of Education accepts the donation of various boxes of colored paper with an estimated value of $200 from the Toro Book Binding facilitated through Miss Julie Gezzi. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 are the approval for Michael Anderson, Dino Capello, James Kim, Andreas Adelis, Dr. Steve Forte, Miss Michelle Oliveri, and Miss Allison Casper to attend the New Jersey School Board Workshop Conference 2025 in Atlantic City at the cost of $130 per night plus travel costs. And 11, the board approved the agreement with St. Clair's Behavioral Health for the 2025-2026 school year as follows: back to school clearance evaluations at the cost of $250 per evaluation, and one-time psychiatric evaluations as needed at the cost of $510 per evaluation. At this time, we will be omitting number 12 on the agenda.
I'll second.
Thank you. Yeah, just to repeat that, board members, if you want to please strike number 12 from the agenda since we're not including it tonight. Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Dr. Moore,
Yes.
Ms. Adelis,
Yes.
would you like to abstain from number 7?
Yes, please. Abstaining from number 7.
Thank you. Ms. Astorino,
Yes.
Mr. Cass,
No on the milk fund, yes on everything else.
Mr. Kim.
I wish to abstain from number 6, but yes for everything else. Okay, the next item on the agenda is operations. Mr. Cass, can you walk us through that, please?
Be glad to. Under operations, number 1, transportation, there are no actions to be considered on this agenda. As for building and grounds, we have item 2.1, that the Denville Township Board of Education retroactively approved the attached quote from Mako Heating and Air Conditioning Incorporated for a compressor replacement for the Lakeview Cottage number 1 in the amount of $6,575. It is to be paid from maintenance reserve.
Can I have a second from a board member?
Second.
Thank you. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Dr. Moore,
Yes.
Ms. Adelis,
Yes.
Ms. Astorino,
Yes.
Mr. Cass,
Yes.
Mr. Kim.
Yes. The next item on the agenda, good for the good of the cause, committee reports, correspondence, discussion items such as board meeting highlights or any school events that the board members should schedule to attend, and classroom space consideration, questions or comments.
Yeah, I mentioned to Steve on the way back down from the executive session that I go to a lot of soccer practices throughout the year and take the parents' pulse and temperature, make sure everything's going along okay. And when they found it out, I was on the Board of Education, which I didn't publicize, but I got a lot of positive feedback about Dr. Forte's presentation and the overall communication process we've had with the Riverview Annex expansion. So, and again, I remind everybody I was around for the first middle school drive 18 years ago, and it's like night and day. And what's interesting is how informed the parents are from the videos, Dr. Forte's presentation, et cetera. So it's a very well-educated public on what we're doing.
Thank you, Mr. Cass. Any other comments or questions from the board member? Dr. Forte, do you have board meeting highlights?
So far, I have the donation and that the board approved staff in the BOE to attend the convention to receive the Sustainable Jersey Award. Anything else?
Is there going to be sort of like a beta version of the website before it's actually released to the public? Because I was wondering how you're going to handle that, or how do they handle that if it is available on October 1st?
You mean like to show it to the public before? There probably is a way.
Or more
It's already
like,
built. It's already built, but it's just hidden.
oh, so like, is it being tested to make sure all the links work and everything else?
That's the process right now. Yeah.
Okay, so they're going through that. So they should be done by October 1st.
Yeah, that's what they told us. Yep.
And is that something you want to include in your board highlights? Is that look for the new
I'll
website?
include it, but I want to put the date. I'll say come
Okay.
in soon.
Sounds good. Okay, since there's no other questions or comments, we'll proceed to the second public comments section at 8 p.m. on the dot. Again, there's no one online and no one in the chamber, so we're going to close it at 8 o'clock. And since there's no need for another executive, correct, Dr. Forte?
That is correct.
Okay. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? Abstentions? We are adjourned at 8:01 PM. Thank you, everyone.